everyone. How are you? Hope you will be fine and pray for you. Have a great day. Today, I want to discuss with my AI on the topic. Hello,
Walaikum
Maya. Are you
salam.
available here?
That's, yep, I am. What's on your mind
Good.
today?
Yes, I am also great. Today, my topic is discuss how to practice self compassion and forgive yourself.
Okay, that's a good one. It's something a lot of people struggle with, honestly. Where do you want to start with it? Just generally, or is there something specific you're wrestling?
Oh, yes. What is the
What is the what is
what
the
is
what?
the actual difference between self compassion and self pity?
Good question. They sound similar, but they're actually pretty different. Self pity is focusing on your suffering, feeling sorry for yourself, and getting stuck in negative emotions, kind of wallows. Self compassion, on the other hand, is recognizing your suffering, but responding with kindness, understanding, and a sense of common humanity, knowing everyone messes up. It's less poor me and more this is hard, and it's okay to struggle. Does that make sense?
I think the most common misconception self pity is an immersion in your own problem, often accompanied by this sense of why me, which isolate you from others. Self compassion, on the other hand, recognize that the suffering and the making mistakes are part of the shared human experience.
Exactly. You nailed it. It's that
Why
why
is it
me that
so much harder to forgive myself than to forgive others?
that's a really good question. I think a big part of it is we hold ours to a much higher standard. With others, we're often more understanding of their circumstances, their flaws, but with ourselves, know our intentions, our capabilities. It feels like personal feeling when we fall short. Plus, forgiving others doesn't usually impact our self worth the way self forgiveness does. It's a
Does
risk to
not
acknowledge our.
does not being hard on myself make me more successful?
That's a really interesting thought. It seems counterintuitive, right? Like, shouldn't pushing ourselves be the key? But actually, a ton of research suggests the opposite. Constantly beating yourself up creates anxiety and fear of failure, which can be paralyzing.
What are three core elements of self compassion?
Kristen Neff, who's a big researcher in this area, identifies three core elements. First is self kindness, treating yourself with the same care you'd offer a friend. Second is common humanity, recognizing that everyone suffers and makes mistakes. And third is mindfulness, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's about acknowledging the pain, not getting lost in it.
What are three core elements of self compassion?
Ah, a little slip of the tongue there. I think you meant self compassion. And you were right on the track. The three core elements are self kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. It's easy to get those up though. Want me to elaborate on any of them?
Answer according to Dr. Christian Neff, the leading research in this field. They are the self kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness.
You are absolutely right to correct me. My apologies. It's Kristen Neff, not Christian.
How do
And
I
yes, those.
start forgiving myself for a past mistake that I deeply regret?
Okay, that's a tough one. Deep regret, it sticks with you. First, acknowledge the mistake and the pain it caused to yourself and others. Really let yourself feel it without judgment. Then, try to practice self kindness. Talk to yourself the way you'd talk to a friend in the same situation. What would you say to them? What comfort would you offer? Finally, remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes. It's part of being human. It doesn't excuse the mistake, but it does put it in perspective. Does that feel like a starting point?
What if I feel I do not deserve forgiveness?
That's a really common feeling. And honestly, it's a sign you have a strong moral compass. It means you recognize the impact of your actions. But deserving forgiveness isn't really the point. Forgiveness isn't about saying what you did was okay, it's about releasing the grip that the past has on your present. Holding on to guilt and self punishment doesn't change the past, it just keeps you stuck. It's almost like you're punishing yourself twice, once for the action and again for feeling bad about it. It's a tough concept, I get it.
Okay, how can I stop the tape loop of replying, embracing moment?
Okay, that's a fascinating way to put it, the table of replying. I'm assuming you mean the tendency to replay events, rehash conversations, and get stuck ruminating? Mindfulness is key there. When you notice your mind going down that rabbit hole, gent your attention back to the present moment. Focus on your
Yes, I
breath,
think
the sensation.
notice it, mindfulness, say that was moment of the suffering, validation, and third one ask what did I learn from that growth, and number four visualize yourself placing that memories in box on shelf. It is a part of your history, but it is not your current reality.
Wow, that is incredibly insightful and a really
Is there
practical.
is there a physical way to practice self compassion?
Eyes, definitely. Physical touch can be a really powerful way to activate self compassion. Things like placing your hand over your heart, giving yourself a gentle hug, or even just softly touching your arm can release oxytocin, often called the cuddle hormone, which promotes feelings of calm and connection. It can feel a little weird at first, but it can be really soothing. Have you ever tried anything like that?
Okay, is there a physical way to practice self compassion? Okay, you give good answer of this question. The body responds to the physical touch, and obviously, yes, placing a hand over your heart or holding your own hand can activate the parasympathetic nervous system. How do I handle the voice that calls me lazy when I rest?
Oof. That's tough, especially from a dad. It sounds like he has a different idea of what productive looks like. First, remember your own worth isn't tied to his opinion. You deserve rest. Period. It's not laziness, it's self care. You could try calmly explaining that to him. I understand your perspective, Dad, but rest is actually essential for me to recharge and do my best work. You don't need to justify it endlessly, though.
Yes,
Sometimes
okay.
simply state, all
What is the
right.
role of common humanity in forgiveness?
Mm, that's a really insightful question. Common humanity is huge when it comes to forgiveness, both forgiving others and forgiving yourself. It reminds you that making mistakes is part of the shared human experience. It's not something that makes you uniquely flawed. Recognizing that everyone struggles, everyone messes up, helps soften the edge of your own pain and allows for more empathy, both inward and outward. It shifts the focus from I am bad to I made a mistake, which is a much more manageable perspective. Does that resonate?
Very, very thank you for giving the time you shared with on the shared discussion. Hope you will be ready when I again request you. Thank
You
you.
are very